Not all stories begin on land. Some begin at sea. Mine began on a quiet morning, May 17, 2022. When I stepped on board my first ship, I wasn't just boarding a vessel, I was entering a world unknown, where the sea commands respect and every moment is earned. So, have you ever wondered what it feels like to leave everything behind? Your family, your comfort zone, your land, and sail into the unknown. To wake up one day in Singapore, the next day in Spain, and a week later in the icy port of Russia. Yes, this is my story, the story of my first voyage as a junior navigating officer in the Bangladesh Merchant Navy. The rhythm of life on board was different. The weight of responsibility was huge. The uniform I wore wasn't just a fabric, it carried responsibilities, duties, pressure, and also pride. But slowly, I adapted, pain turned into patience, and fear that turned into a purpose. Over the next 12 months, I sailed through 13 countries across 3 mighty oceans. They were Pacific, Atlantic, also Indian. I stood on the deck and the world's busiest ports. From the glowing skyline of Singapore to the icy silence of Russian Baltic coast. From the calm waters of Malaysia to the historic Canal of Amsterdam. Each port whispered a different story, and I was there to lead them. I crossed the historic Suez Canal, navigated through the lifelines of Europe. I sailed through the bustling South China Sea and into the quiet mystery of frozen North Sea, and touched world's famous port that many only see on maps. The early days were tough, long hours, new responsibilities, cold morning on deck, and warm nights missing home. I was far from my home, far from my family, and far from everything which was familiar to me. But I slowly found my rhythm. The sea became my teacher, my crewmates become my brothers, and my duties, no matter how tough, become part of my daily life. Yet I have so many stories to tell, but one of the most unforgettable parts of my journey was sailing through the frozen water of Baltic Sea. Thick layer of ice scattered out in every direction, and the ship had to break through it slowly. With the thousands cracks beneath us, the silence, the cold, and the white horizon, I felt like we were sailing on another planet. On the other hand, crossing the Gulf of Aden brought a different kind of tension. During passing through the high-risk area of Gulf of Aden, security protocols were tight, and every crew member stayed extra cautious. It was a reminder that the sea, while beautiful, also carries real danger. I have sailed through the toughest weather. It was one of the hardest parts of being a marine. There were times when the sea was so rough that walking felt impossible. The ship rolled from side to side and waves crashed over the deck like mountains of water. Strong winds howled through the night and heavy rain reduced our visibility to just a few meters. During storm, every second demanded full focus, sleep was often broken, and even meals were a challenge. But these moments taught me patience, discipline, and teamwork. Life on ship is a mix of constant duty and pressure. From navigating through busy waters to managing cargo, standing long hours on watch, and responding to alarms and safety drills. Every day demands full focus. There is no room for mistakes, no pass when things get hard. Sleep is shortened, schedules are tight, and responsibilities are heavy. But within time, I learned to adapt, stay calm under pressure, and carry out each task with pride, because this is what it means to be a seaman. At sea, every day is a test of discipline, focus, and endurance. The ship never truly sleeps, and often neither do we. In port, the rhythm changes. Cargo operation, tank soundings, paperwork, and checklists take over, all under tight schedules and strict procedure. There is no room of error. Even in the middle of the ocean, we train for fire, floods, abandoned ship drills, always ready for the unexpected situation. Yet, despite the pressure, there is some moment of peace, a quiet sunrise after a long night, laughter shared with crewmates over meal, a sky so full of stars, it makes us forget the fatigue. We work hard, sleep little, and carry a responsibility few can truly understand. Sailing lets you see the world, but it's not a vacation, it's a hard work. We travel to beautiful places, from busy ports to quiet coastlines. But every stop means strict schedules, long hours, and serious responsibilities. Still, between the heavy duties, I got to witness amazing views, different cultures, and places I never thought I would see. That's the balance. We work hard, but the world becomes our rewards. As I look back on this unforgettable year at sea, I realized it wasn't just a job, it was a journey that shaped me. The challenge made me stronger, the memories will stay with me forever, and the sea has become a part of who I am. This was only the beginning, and there's so much more ahead. Thank you for watching, for being part of this story, and I hope you will stay with me as I continue this incredible journey. Until next time, fair winds and following seas.